I'm not sure if it's recording. Come on here. Dang it. All right. I think I am in business here. Well, hello. My name is Mrs. Hubbard. I am going to be your child's teacher for this school year, and I'm super excited. I know that it's a little crazy right now in the world. Things are just different, and this is a different way to start out the school year. Normally, we would have a back to school night, like the night before school, and you could come in and bring your kiddos stuff and meet me in person. We're doing it online this year because of the new restrictions we have, but it's going to be great, and I'm really excited for the school year to get in business, even though it's different. I hope everybody is safe. I am actually recording this in my hotel room up in northern Washington right now, almost by Canada, which I never thought I would do a back to school night from this far away, but good for technology. So we're going to get started here. I have a little slideshow for you guys that just kind of tells you what the year is going to look like and what to expect and some schedule stuff. And we'll get going here. Let's see. All right, this is a little slide about me. I wonder if I can drag my little thing. No, I don't want to make it bigger. Well, here's about me. So I really love being a teacher. I have been working with children for 19 years now. I've worked with preschoolers, infant care, all the way up to high schoolers. I'm pretty great with technology. And my husband, Aaron, is even better with technology. So I love having my own built-in tech support at home. And so I'm excited for this distance learning challenge here. We have 2 kids. My daughter is a 3rd grader right now at Liberty, and my son is a 5th grader. We also have some cats and a German Shepherd who, if you were in my class last year, you might remember her from some of my videos, Sabina. So I am a native to the area. I graduated from Sprague, went to college in the area. I got my master's from Willamette, and I have kind of taught all over the Willamette Valley, all the way down to Cottage Grove, Eugene, Springfield, Marcola, little rural small school districts, all the way up to the big ones. Let's see, next slide. There we go. So here is how you can connect with me. My school email address, that phone number right there, is my direct line. It doesn't route you through the school office. If I'm available, I will answer and be able to talk to you. And then the Remind app, I think almost everybody has already gotten text messages from me on there. That's a really great way for us to connect. It's just like sending text messages. If you were in my class in the past, I usually do Class Dojo. I've decided not to start out with it because I just love it for sharing pictures. But when we get to go back in person, I'll probably set up a dojo account then, and you can join if you'd like to see pictures of your kiddo at school. Some student information. So the way it's going to work this year is we have that cohort thing, the A day, B day thing. For me having a blended classroom this year, it's actually really fabulous because my cohort A is, I think, 3rd graders and B's are 4th graders. So your student will most likely be able to have the experience of just them being with just their grade level, straight 3rd and straight 4th, which will be really nice. So we have class Tuesdays through Fridays, and then on Mondays, it's I'll have some time to do some intervention or give some special one-on-one time with kids later on in the year, and your student will be able to check in and have a lesson from PE and music on Mondays. Attendance. This is a different thing from the spring. We will be taking attendance daily. I'm going to take it in the morning during our morning meeting, which you'll see the schedule soon. And if you are like me and a working parent and you can't really get on with your child until the evening to check in and do schoolwork stuff, that's okay. We'll be checking it again at night, or the next morning I'll be able to go in and change the marks. And I think I have heard that it's even going to be like the auto dialer where you get that phone call. If, like in the past, you'll get a phone call if you haven't been marked on by, I think, 6 o'clock in the evening or something. So that will be handy if your kids are like mine and they go, yeah, I did my thing, Mom, sometimes. Turns out they didn't. So I'm excited for this attendance thing. All right, so some terminology here. You guys are probably a little familiar with this, especially if you have other children at Liberty. We're all doing these slideshows and they're all kind of similar. So we use some terms like synchronous learning. That means we're together, we're live in person. Asynchronous is independent learning. That could be I record a video that they watch later, it's not live, or iReady time, some time to just do work with paper and pencil, things like that. Applied learning is when students practice doing the things that we are working on learning. All right, here's the slide everybody wants to see. Schedule. Now, because I have the 3-4 blend, I have 2 schedule slides. So 4th grade parents and kiddos, your slide is next. 3rd graders, this is for you. This is what our day is going to look like. You need to log on by 9:10 in the morning. We will have a Zoom meeting every day at 9:10. That's when I'm going to take attendance. Check in. We'll do some SEL stuff. Miss Luz, the guidance counselor, might be checking in with us. And then 3rd graders, if you'll notice here, you get a little bit of a break after morning meeting, and you will come back and see me at 10 o'clock for math. And it's 10 to 10:30. That's the maximum recommended time. Most likely it will be shorter, especially at the beginning. No teachers. We know this is a lot of time to be sitting and looking at screens, and we are going to do our very best to make it be appropriate. At 10:30, 3rd graders is applied learning time. It might be time to go do an iReady lesson, do the workbook pages that would match up with the lesson that I worked on in synchronous time, small group with a teacher, things like that. And then at 11, you have specials, and that will be live with all of the other 3rd graders, which is kind of cool. You'll get to be with your whole entire grade level live with Miss Ryan and Mrs. Barks and Mrs. Marshall for music and PE 4 days a week, and they will be taking attendance in that as well, I think. And then you have a nice long break in the middle of the day, 11:30 to 1, lunch and recess, everybody's favorite. We all love lunch and recess. You get a good break. At 1 o'clock, we're all going to reconvene in the afternoon and do literacy and ELD time, English language development, and that will be live with me. Excuse me, that air quality. 2 o'clock will be social studies, science, health time. It might be live with me. It might be independent on your own. Time for mystery science or scholastic news, things like that. And I've already got some planning done for the first couple weeks of school. I'm not going to jump into that afternoon time right away, so we'll be done for the day at the beginning of the year by 2 o'clock, most likely earlier because that's a max time. All right, 4th graders, here comes your slide. 4th grade schedule. Very similar to 3rd grade, just some of the times are a little bit different because I'm going to be flip-flopping these groups. So at 9:10, 4th grade, you're going to jump on. Our whole class will be together with the 3rd graders. Check in, attendance, how's it going? Hope you had breakfast, maybe do go noodles, something fun. And then the 3rd graders, you're going to stay with me at 9:30 for math time. And it goes theoretically until 10:15, which is a long time to sit and stare at me on your computer and think about math in the morning. So most likely we'll be wrapping it up a little bit early before that to give you a break before you go off to specials with Miss Marshall, Mrs. Barks, Mrs. Ryan. At 10:15, 10:45, you've got PE Tuesdays, Thursdays, music Wednesday, Friday. At 10:45, applied learning time, that independent time, you guys know what that means. 11:30 to 1, you have the same nice long break in the middle. Please use this time to get off of technology and away from a screen, get some exercise, get some movement, get some good food in you. And then I'll see you back at 1 o'clock for literacy and ELD time, live with me. Again, max time, parents. I know that's a very long time in the afternoon after lunch to sit and think about reading. And same thing with my 4th graders, 2 o'clock, 2:45, social studies, science, and health time, might be live, might be independent activities, and we won't add on that afternoon time until our stamina is a little bit higher in a couple weeks. All right, so at home learning, I recommend that you guys print off this schedule. If you have, I have a printout for you in the binders, which you will be picking up next week. There's a bright yellow paper, and that schedule is right there in it in the binder for you. Hang it up where everybody can see it. Have your supplies ready to use. I liked this idea. I got this from Mrs. Nazer. This kiddo here has like a board set up to kind of block out all the distractions. Love it. Zoom meetings. So this year we get to use Zoom for our meetings, which is kind of cool for us teachers. It just has some different features that Google Meets didn't have. So we're excited for that. When you get on the meeting, you need to come in a place free of distractions. Don't have the TV behind you, with Minecraft going or something like that, because we're all just going to want to look at it. And I love pets. I love them. We'll have a pet time, but it's not during class time. When you join Zoom, you need to come in muted and read. I'll have a slide up just like this, and it will say like, hey, get your math book, get a pencil, be ready in 2 minutes, kind of a thing. Follow the directions, get your materials, be ready to go, be respectful, be appropriately dressed, and not in your bed. We had some kids in the spring who were literally like laying sideways like this, still in their covers. And I want you to be ready for school. If you're physically ready, your brain's going to be ready. And then take turns and raise your hand like this, like literally just raise it on the camera, and I'll see it, and I will call on you when you want to speak. Be courteous to other people. Use that school appropriate language. And remember, like the chat window, we can all see it. It's not a private chat. You just be appropriate. Reading time. Okay, we're going to keep using ReadyGen curriculum. We all wanted to send the books home, but they said we can't do that. But we have the books online, so that'll be good. Next week, so Monday and Tuesday, they have pushed our reunification day. They're calling it back, and you'll get your stuff. Yes. And you'll also be getting the New Year stuff we've made. I have a whole brand new binder for you and a whole new math book. I know you're probably really excited, maybe, to get working. Please do not work ahead, please, 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 because we're going to be doing a lot of these assignments together. So even though you have the stuff at home, don't work ahead. You should also have a free choice reading book. If you need a book, let me know. The library might be able to check you one out. Math, this is kind of the same thing as the last slide. You'll get a new math book at pickup day. It will only be one book. Last year we had like the instruction book and then the practice pages book. This year it's all just one book, which is nice. Don't work ahead, please. Please don't work ahead. So one of the big goals in 3rd and 4th grade is mastering multiplication facts. By the end of 3rd grade, if not 4th grade, I want you to be as fluent as possible in all of those facts. You need to have some flashcards at home to help you memorize them. I really recommend it. They have them at Target in the dollar spot, and Dollar Tree has them too. Specials, this is the same thing as the schedule card, just says the times and the days again for what you're going to do where, 3rd grade and 4th grade. And then library time with Mrs. Rogers, she's working on getting that set up, and she told me that she's even going to have a contactless checkout set up. So awesome. So more information coming on that soon from Mrs. Rogers. When she has it, I will pass it on to you guys. Lunchtime. School provides lunch Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's only for students who are currently enrolled in the Salem-Keizer School District, which includes EDGE. And this is a great time to take a break, send your kiddo, go walk to school and get to lunch, get some exercise, get some fresh air. I really recommend it. Here is our LEAP poster for online learning. LEAP is our positive behavior kind of slogan. Stands over here. It says, live respectfully, eager to learn, act responsibly, and practice safety. We'll be going over this. We call it a matrix. We'll go over the matrix next week in class time, but it just kind of has guidelines for how to behave appropriately when we are doing class online. Technology. I can help troubleshoot a bit with Chromebook stuff. I'm pretty good with it, and having my own students at home with Chromebooks, I can always grab theirs and mess around with it a little bit. But I am unfortunately not able to help support if you have like your own computer set up at home. I just, it's really hard. The Chromebook's nice because everything's the same. So if you need help with tech support, you can go to this website or call those phone numbers. Those are the direct phone lines for tech support, or you can scan that little QR code too, and they should be able to help you out. Login info. Now, I just have found out late last night that there's actually an easier way to get onto Canvas, thank goodness, than this method that I had to figure out, but it will just be in Clever. Phew, makes it so much easier. So you will need to have your students' username and password. Most kids already have these, and at this point, they are like just memorized. It's, your number at salemkaiser.org, and then a crazy password the system gave you, like hit one dot someone or something. That is the password. So you're going to need that to log in and to access Clever for sure. If you don't know your student's username and password, you can get it from the Parent View app on your smartphone. If you don't have that app, you can call the office, call Liberty, they can give it to you, or you can shoot me a remind text, and I have the ability to look it up in the computer too. Websites. So Canvas, this is our new thing. We're going to ask for a little bit of grace, just like I'm giving you guys some grace. I hope you give me some grace. This is a brand new tool that we just got this week. It's similar to Google Classroom, but it's different. It's a funny thing to say, but it's a little bit more user-friendly for students who are accessing school like on a smartphone. It loads easier. It works a little bit better with assistive technology for students who might need to have websites read to them. So it's different, and we're all learning it. And by the end of the second week of school, I'm sure we will all be masters at it. So we're going to be using Canvas this year, and then also Clever to access iReady and ReadyGen, and that is where the button to get to Canvas will be too. All right, here's a slide from Miss Luz, our guidance counselor, or Ms. Rivera. If you have a need for clothing, shoes, food, other essential needs, she is the one to reach out to. Here's the next slide. Here is her contact information, her email. This is her school phone number, and then this is a fax in case you need to fax anything over there. And I think that's the end of our show. I'm super excited to get to work with your kid this year, distance learning. I really hope that we get to be back in person very soon. I miss them all dearly, and I'm super lucky that I get to be their teacher. I know almost every student in my class already, which is a fabulous place to start out the year. And I hope they're excited too. We're going to have a lot of fun. Digitally or in person, it's going to be an awesome year, and we're going to rock it, and we are going to have just so much fun. Thank you for watching this and for your time. Please reach out and let me know if you have any questions.